start streaming. Let's go! I pull up, 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 I pull up. Excellent connection, it says. That's what I like to hear. Those are my favorite words. One concurrent viewer? Who could that possibly even be? How could they even be aware?
It's me.
Oh my gosh. Elaine's here. We're back. Yes. Yes. Yes, we are. Welcome back. And not only are we back, but Krona can actually see what I'm doing and hear what I'm doing this time. And I even improved the visuals for all of you, and there's a Totodile involved. It's like a whole thing. I don't know if you could see Gumi back there. Did you notice Gumi?
There's a Gumi?
Yeah, like look where I'm
Oh my god, there's a Gumi. Oh wait, that's Sligoo.
Oh shit, you're right. Sligoo's over here, and then also we got Froakie over here.
Yeah.
I think those
and everyone has to notice
Pokemon.
Fennekin if they haven't noticed Fennekin yet. Fennekin is
Fennekin back there. Fennekin, I mean, you could bring Fennekin a little closer just so it's a little more obvious, but like, she is pretty hard to miss. She's pretty huge.
Life-size Fennekin plush.
Fuck yeah. That looks bigger than how big I would have thought Fennekin was.
You know, Fennekin is small enough to ride in my shoulder, but big enough that it would get old after a while. That would be my move.
The music was quieter.
If I was a Pokemon anime character, this would be the move. I say, go, Fennekin. He jumps off my shoulder and fucking murders the shit out of everything in its path. Because it's a level 99 Fennekin, because I don't let it evolve, because the evolved form isn't as adorable as this one.
I just thought about it. Like, whenever you murder someone, the shit will come out of them. So there go. When you murder someone, you are always murdering the shit out of them. Aggiedine's here, Z-Cypher's here, Nisa's here. Hello, everybody! Aggiedine says, VOD from last night is still up. I guess the experiment worked. No, I had to cut a bunch of shit out of it. I'm glad it's back up, but it was down. I had to cut out like the entire Magic Knight Rayearth episode and all of the musical parts of Penguin Drum. So, yeah, it didn't work, but that's why... I mean, I still really like this setup. Like, I wanted to do this one way or another, but no, it's not viable for anime vlogging.
Just captured another weird Pokemon.
I mean, it's possible, like, if I did, like, a Nova-style video where I just played the clips on this and I still edited it to where it's, like, only 5 seconds per clip, maybe that would be enough, but I don't even know. I really don't trust this YouTube shit. Anyway, do you want to voice this random dude who I'm fighting now that you can actually read the text?
I never apart from my teams. Our bond is strong.
Oh, I'm so happy. That was not at all the direction I thought you were going to take that. Youngster Dallas. Named after a mid-tier mid-tier city in a shit-tier state.
It's true. Now that I know his name is Dallas, I wish I'd given him a more like hillbilly accent.
Well, hillbillies are Appalachia. That's because they're from the hills, you know.
I don't know what words mean.
Hillbillies is like down in the hills. Well, actually, that's too much Texas I'm doing there. Texas is like Texas. It's like down here in Texas, you know.
Oh, hey, look, Rhyme is in the chat.
Hillbilly is like, you can't even dang on understand what they're saying. I'm still doing it Texas because of King of the Hill. Hello, Shitty Kickflips. One of the best YouTube channels. Everybody should be subscribed if you're not already. I feel like if you are watching my channel by this point, you have to know Gigadonk and you have to know Shitty Kickflips at the very least. Like, if you don't know literally everyone in chat, you must at least know those two, right?
Yeah, you're not a real fan if you don't know the Giga lore or the shitty lore.
Beyond even like a real fan, I just don't even think you could like. I don't think you could be keeping up with the content and not be able to know those
I don't
names.
know.
You
There's
know?
quite a few of like, especially your older fans who are just so laser focused on you and hearing you talk about whatever bullshit they're interested in that I think they like kind of have tunnel vision and they block everything else out.
Yeah,
So it
but like,
doesn't matter how much I talk. I just like don't exist. They're like,
do
oh
they
my
count
god,
if like they miss like hundreds of videos? Like, I don't know. I mean, not that you've been in like hundreds of videos, but like there was somebody in here earlier who was like, "Oh my god, Digibro, like you're still making videos?" And I was like, "Bro, first of all, no, and second of all, like I've made like 500 videos since post Digibro, so like you're preposterously behind. Like you have so much catching up to do. It's gonna be like months for you before you're ready to like be in the conversation." I was watching this probably the greatest journalist that's ever deigned to grace YouTube is this guy called Torre. He's an older hip hop journalist. He's been around forever, interviewed everybody for like more than 20 years. And he made a whole video called Why Diddy Won, about how Diddy got away with as much as he did in his court case. And he was like in the courthouse every day watching this trial up to the minute, like following it. And there's a part in the video where he says like, if you weren't someone else, he was like, I was texting people who were also at the court trial about the court trial, like up to the minute information, and if you weren't at that level, I just did not have time for you. Like, you're too far behind. I can't talk to you. You know, that's how I felt about that person who came in. Like, you are literally too far behind to talk to me. Like, do not come in here and try to start a conversation with me if you are 500 videos behind on my content. That's too many. It's fine if you missed a few hundred. 500 is too fucking many.
There's literally a playlist on your channel that's you talking about the timeline of your life for the last like few years.
Oh, the Trixie Explains Trixie playlist definitely helps.
That
Also,
helped
just
a
the
lot.
every YouTube video featuring Trixie playlist. I mean, if you'd have to go back, like you have to scroll for a while before you get to something that was a Digibro content. You know, like.
I mean, like, I want to obviously grow an audience outside of just like people who watch your stuff, but for now, I feel like one of the goals of my content is to convince your old fans that they either need to transition or stop forever.
True.
Just give up.
I definitely feel like I'm kind of at war with like the concept of straightness and the concept of gender itself. I feel like I'm just I'm like very embattled in my own mind. Like, it doesn't, there is no actual front line to fight this fight on. There is like no specific person I have to convince. I don't know. It's like, I guess, a one at a time thing. It really is like every once in a while I convince someone that they are trans, and then I'm like, I've done a good deed, and then I don't know, continue my life buying 5 potions. Never broke again. Young B never broke again.
I'm honestly like, I'm not like even a gender abolitionist. I'm just like, I just really fucking strongly hate gender roles or like gender binary. Just anyone who is so hetero-brained to the point that I think like, oh, this stuff is boy stuff and that stuff is girl stuff. I'm like, that is the stuff that we tell 5-year-olds. Like, little kids believe that because their parents are weird and want to, like, if you pay attention to the way that people treat like babies and stuff, like, parents are essentially projecting gender onto children that have no fucking idea what any of it means. It's kind of weird to think about, like, the idea of like, oh, like, girls wear dresses and boys wear like, you know, pants. It's like all that shit is just made up. And it's fucking weird when you think about it.
It's very weird on like the broad social level. I think like I can be somewhat sympathetic individually just because I think people are just trying to like create a kid they can relate to, so they just try to make it just exactly what they think things are. You know, like if you're a mom and you have a girl, you're like, oh, I'm gonna raise her to be just like me, and then every time she's nothing like you, you're just fucking confused unless you happen to like know someone. Like, oh, you're like Aunt Pam, you know, like, I'll just treat you like I treat Aunt Pam. which is to say I treat her like she's a fucking weirdo and I don't talk to her. But you know, like, point being, I think parents are just trying to, like, you know, I definitely feel like when I was growing up, my dad tried to get me into various types of sports because he's a sporty guy, and I just, like, none of it clicked to me.
Yeah.
None of it made sense to me, you know.
Same.
And he just kind of was like, well, I don't know what to do about this, you know. I guess me and my kid do not relate.
I remember being a kid and just not, like, I didn't have good reflexes or good hand-eye coordination. I was bad at sports, and, like, the other kids at school would, like, bully me relentlessly in, like, gym class and stuff. So I got in my head that sports were for morons and, like, the stupidest shit in the world, and my dad was so upset because my dad was all about, like, basketball and, like, fucking racing dirt bikes and all that bullshit, and I never liked that shit. It was always terrible. I'd be like, nah, sports are stupid. And he's like, oh, come on, sports aren't stupid. I'll show you. We can play catch in the yard. And I'm like, that's not... You're not convincing me.
I definitely had periods where I felt like a little bit more aggressively like, fuck sports. But, like, as a kid, I think I wanted... Like, I felt like I was supposed to like them. I played fucking, like, baseball or whatever. Started with t-ball in fucking kindergarten and then played, like, 2 or 3 years... I guess it would have been t-ball and then 2 years of underhanded baseball. Whatever the fuck they call that. It's not softball, because that's, like, with the big ball. That's what the girls play. But, I was just, like, afraid of the ball. Like, I wouldn't... I every time it was coming near me, I tried to get away from it. So it was just, like, not a useful way to be. At any time, like, somebody tried to teach me catch, I just constantly was avoiding it because I was scared. And I also wore glasses, so I was, like, legitimately afraid the ball's going to fucking break my glasses. Yeah, like, and I was just, like, the shrimpiest, littlest kid, no meat on my bones, so nothing with which to try to, you know, fight nothing to take a hit from a ball. Like, if it hits me, it's gonna hit my fucking bone, and I'm gonna be in pain.
Yeah.
This did happen a few times. I think I got hit in the nuts once and, like, almost blacked out.
Oh my god.
Like, even wearing a cup.
I definitely got hit in the balls a few times, but I was like, it wasn't to that level of pain. It was more just like, oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. What the fuck? No, I think when it comes to, like, the idea of gender abolition, I guess to me that's like, it doesn't strike me as, like, the position to take, because it's like some people are attached to their gender identity and I wouldn't take that from them. That's why, like, I'm more in favor of just having an endless amount of genders. Like, gender is, like, all made up bullshit anyway, so everyone should make up as much bullshit as they want to.
Guess
like,
when I talk about gender abolition, I'm not thinking about, like, changing the way that somebody currently feels. I'm more so thinking about how do you educate the next generation in a way that they won't have those feelings, you know? Yeah. Like, because if you feel really attached to your gender, but then you start assigning that, you know, you start saying, oh, well, therefore my kid, in order to be a girl, must also be this way, that's when it starts becoming a problem, you know? Yeah. And, like, I think we're going to get to a point where, like, we just have enough awareness of the fact that there's nothing consistent. Like, there's nothing that is consistent enough between a group of people of any type to make those kinds of, like, judgments of, like, oh, this is what girls do. Even if there's, like, a bell curve, and yeah, like, you know, on the bell curve, yes, most women are doing that thing, but usually that's socially informed anyways, you know? It's very rare that it's something that's, like even... I don't know why I keep trying to come up with, like, hard percentages, but I don't know why I would, because I'm not, like, referencing a specific study, but, you know, I'm just saying there's never 100% of any, like, physiological group is all going to share the same similarities. Everyone's body is literally different. So the more you stop thinking of yourself as, like, I'm a man, I'm a woman, and you just think of yourself as, like, I am what I am, you know?
That's basically how I operate, is that I tell people I am a trans woman for, like, the sake of brevity, but the truth is actually much more complicated than that. My gender is Krona. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that.
If you don't get to know me, you're not going to get, like, if I tell you I'm a trans woman, that's not going to tell you really that much about me, because I'm not that similar to a lot of other trans women that I've met, you know? And I've met a lot of them, and I have found that there's a lot more commonality between trans women than you would really expect, but a lot of it is also socially informed. It's like a lot of them are just trying to be the trans girl on TikTok, you know? And that's fine. That's cool a lot of the time, but it doesn't work for everybody. So you just gotta do you. I said the trans girl on TikTok like there is one. I meant like all, like the collective idea of the TikTok trans girl.
Nakama Forever in the chat said, "Hi Trixie, I'm one of those that's not been around since the Digibro days. Earliest video I remember is you sitting in a dark room eating ice cream talking about Garden of Sinners. Been through a whole ass life since I was he. Great to discover you again."
Hell yeah. I go by Trixie the Golden Witch now. Although that's only really on this channel. I go by Beatrice. Beatrice is my name. But I have a whole bunch of different little internet characters and alternate identities that have a way of finding their way out and doing whatever the fuck they want. A head full of lesbians.
Rhyme said the average TikTok trans girl needs therapy and 5 years of real life experience in queer spaces. I think every
human being needs needs
well,
that.
I was just gonna say,
now. Especially after the
every
pandemic.
trans person who's like too online, like me, for instance. I fucking cut myself off of every social media except for my couple Discord servers.
I have always.
I could not be happier.
Tell me if I'm like if this is an uncommon opinion or something, but I have always been of the opinion that literally everyone would benefit from having regular therapy. Like, it's just a way to keep your mind on track. How is it? Everything I do, I consider to be therapy anyways. Like, most of the conversations I have something to do with my state of mind and trying to work through my feelings. I make art, you know, I do weird, goofy shit all in the name of keeping my mind straight. You know, and by straight I mean as gay as humanly fucking imaginable. But
yeah. Rhyme said, "I love all my online girlies, but please go to a gay bar or something." I fucking, what really disillusioned me to because I used to be on Twitter, and what really disillusioned me to the trans community on Twitter was slowly realizing that all of the weird discourse they have is getting lost in the weeds of bullshit that isn't really a problem, but they think can convince themselves it's a problem that needs to be argued about to the fucking death.
Yeah.
Most of those girlies have not been trans out in the real world.
Yeah.
They're purely just hypothesizing. They're speculating about what the real world consequences would be, and I'm like,
particularly annoying for those of us who are out and about all the time. You know,
all the time.
Literally know. We actually know. I can tell you what will happen if a trans girl goes to wherever. I've been the trans girl there, you know? And yeah, I was clocky as fuck. I guarantee you that. I do not show up. I've never showed up unclockable anywhere, I don't think. So, you know, I know what it's like to be the clocky trans girl in any possible place you could think of. I've been all around the fucking country, so...
It's literally the moment I realized, I have to transition. I didn't wait for some people are I'll be on hormones but be stealth for a while and then I'll start being openly trans. No, I was openly trans from the fucking beginning. I bought a purse day one. I looked so fucking awkward. I did not have a good fashion sense right away. I was also a trucker, so it was kind of fucking miserable for the first few months, but I figured it out, and I got through it. And I'm much more stable and happier now. So fucking, I don't know, just seeing all of the people who haven't even started HRT, have never bought girl clothes or anything, or not even just trans girls, just anyone who's trans. Fucking, just do something before you speak on it with authority. Fuck, it's not hard.
Yeah, again, we don't need to speculate. We actually have the experience. So when I get talked to about oh, this is what would happen. No, I know what would happen. And it's not a comfortable experience, you know. But, yeah, the way people on Twitter talk is Trump will like make a law and
Yeah.
they're like, I'm gonna get killed in the street tomorrow, and I'm like, that's just not how the country works. Like it,
Yeah.
I'll let you know when that day could come. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'll let you know when it's actually like that, and I'll be like, yeah, y'all need to stay the fuck inside. Like that can happen. There are certain days. Don't go to like big high profile protests. Honestly, like if you're somebody who's in danger, like of being a target, don't make yourself a target. Like that's just asking to get hurt. Unless you have really good defense.
See, Cypher said he's been transitioning for like 5 years, maybe more. He said, people treat me like I have zero trans experience because I pass now. People tell me like I don't get it. Shut the fuck up. You don't know my life. Yeah, I noticed that a lot. That was always rubbed me the wrong way with like trans Twitter. Was how much the trans girls on there like would bitch and moan about trans men in particular. And like the list of grievances they had were all things I had never fucking experienced in my life. I'm like, where the fuck are you finding these people? Like, just the idea that like, oh, you pass now, that means that like on Twitter,
you now have access to patriarchy. You must be one of them now.
The idea that like if you're a trans woman and you pass, if you pass well, you're just rich and you're bourgeoisie. And if you're a trans man who passes, you have male privilege and you are locked out of ever being woke again, and we hate you. And it's like, I literally, like, I know fucking trans guys who started transitioning the same time I did. They like neither of us pass right away. It takes a while sometimes. Like it takes a different amount of time for everybody. Like fuck.
Fuck it. We ball. Survive. Ah, I didn't even do that much damage. Fuck you, Cricketot. Fuck you. You can buy it all day. I don't care.
Fucking, what did trans men do? Have T-Boy swag.
T-Boy swag would be a good song, if that's not already a song.
I did my Pokemon tier list video and I couldn't think of anything to say about Bulbasaur, so I blurted out that he has T-Boy swag. And Lindsay Cypher was like, I could kind of see that.
It's time for swag to make a nostalgic comeback, as a thing people say.
Lapusha says, what Dragon Ball Z character is the most trans? I mean, Piccolo is genderless. Frieza might be genderless. I don't really know how his species works.
Is the whole race genderless, or
all Namekians reproduce asexually? I don't know why they use he, him. That's just how they roll, I guess.
Gender norms.
Yamcha? You think Yamcha's trans? I mean, I could see
Yamcha? Why?
I don't know. He's kind of. I mean, he's kind of like a. He's just
like a trans man. Like maybe. Yamcha might have. I could see Yamcha being a trans man. That would make some kind of sense. You fuck texting me. I'm getting sent YouTube videos.
Everyone likes to shit on Yamcha because he hadn't won a single fight since like chapter 8 of Dragon Ball, but like. He's just a cool guy. I don't know what to tell you. He's just like a cool dude. He's got T-Boy swag. Winning fights is not what it's all about.
I mean, Dragon Ball just has a problem of like introducing characters in a really cool way, and then because they are popular, you can never get rid of them. But Toriyama does not have any ideas for them or any interest in using them. He just has to keep drawing them so that they can keep showing up in popularity polls, and it makes sense.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a video about Toriyama. I'm passionate enough about Dragon Ball and Dragon Quest that I could do it, and I think it'd be a good video.
I can confirm that Krona has the full VHS set. And that's the mark of any true DBZ fan to me, is if I don't care how many DVDs, Blu-rays, whatever, if you have the whole VHS set, I know you did not grow up in the 90s, so that's a retroactive deliberate purchase. Purposeful purchase.
Rhyme said, gonna watch some JoJo with the wife. Talk to y'all later. Okay, meow meow.
Have a good night. JoJo's by-car adventure.
Tell your wife I couldn't get past part 3 because it was too boring.
I'm in 2 Jeeps. Don't tell her that. Nobody needs to know how anybody else feels about JoJo parts. If
we don't need to start marital discourse.
It's just I won't remember, because everybody I talk to about JoJo has their own opinion of which parts are the best, and like I can't remember everyone's fucking whole like 1 through 9 JoJo Arc tier list.
This is happening now. Part
Oh,
2
no.
is the best part of JoJo's, and anyone who disagrees with me, you better write a really long comment on Trixie's channel on all of her videos. Write a full essay exactly why. Meow meow.
No.
I'm not even a JoJo fan. I'm not. I don't give a fuck.
Cause I'm in two Jeeps and I've got 1 foot in each.
Marcy says part 4 is the GOAT though. Okay, well now we do have to talk about JoJo's for the next 5 hours. That's what the whole stream is going to be now. I haven't seen part 4. I don't fucking know. It's the autism I have where if I get into a new series, I have to start from the beginning so I can get like context for all of it.
You know what? I think I know what it is about JoJo. It's that JoJo is innate, like the fun of it is that it's just like constantly insane shit happening. So when you're watching it, it's like, wow, look at all this insane shit happening. And then if you describe it to someone, you're just describing literally what happens in a show. Which is like, I could just watch the show. Like, it's impossible to talk about JoJo and not just literally describe what happens.
It's true.
You know? Because like that's all there's not like a depth in like the symbolism or some shit that you're gonna analyze. You're gonna be like, this is what this guy's power did and it was crazy. You know?
It's kind of like what I was talking to you about with like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, where like basically all my friends who like anime have Full Metal Alchemist in their like favorites lists, and it's like everyone loves it. It has like such a broad appeal, and when you look at the face of it, it's like, yeah, like it ticks all the boxes. It doesn't appeal to me like in a deep, like personal way. It's just really good at doing the things, and I think JoJo's is kind of in that similar camp where it's like everyone likes JoJo because it just has a cool plot. It's just like, yeah, man, it's got a really great plot.
We're already being disagreed with in chat because of there is symbolism, and I'm gonna stop there, and I'm just gonna say, I know you are correct. I can't. JoJo to me, ultimately, is just a bunch of loud noises, and I don't enjoy it. It doesn't do anything for me. Even the seasons I like I literally think part 5 is like a 8 out of 10 or whatever as anime go. I would never watch it again. Like it's just
it's very brodacious.
A lot of loud sounds. It's a lot of screaming about no. You know that one fucking panel from Jujutsu Kaisen where it's just do you know who Gojo is?
No.
Oh, how can you not? Okay, it's Brody's husband. Our friend Brody, she's obsessed with this man Gojo.
I understand.
Gojo, he looks just like Kakashi from Naruto, and kind of fulfills the same role in the story, except that he's the most powerful character in existence because he has the ability to like, I don't know, he can basically see all of space-time at all times. Like he's just fucking the strongest dude. But there's a evil force that may or may not be stronger than him, and there's this infamous panel where, when challenged if he thinks he could beat that guy, he says, "Nah, I'd win." And about 50 chapters later, he gets cut in half and does not win. So it became a particularly infamous line. But I feel like that is all shonen manga dialogue is just, nah, I'd win. Back and forth, over and over until someone does win.
I remember having this conversation with you about One Piece.
Yes, it's the same exact thing I feel about One Piece. Is just every conversation is, I'd win, nah, I'd win, nah, I'd win. And I'm like, I don't fucking... Show me with your fists who will win. I don't care about the talk. And like, I don't know, I'm a dialogue like person. Like I just like good dialogue. I gravitate towards anything that has good dialogue, and like when the dialogue is just like, nah, I'd win over and over again, I'm like, shut the fuck up and just fight. Like, please stop talking. I feel that way about most action anime. But I like the shows where they just don't fuck around and they just like start beating the fuck out of each other. You know, like Jujutsu Kaisen has way too much dialogue, but there are some episodes where it's just like 15 straight minutes of guys beating the fuck out of each other, and it's glorious. It's some of the greatest shit I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the appeal of stuff like that is more or less the same appeal as like wrestling. That's what Dragon Ball Z is. It's just like dudes coming up to each other and just being like fuck you, I'm stronger than you, and then like either getting their shit kicked in
Yeah.
or like just coming in at the last moment to save the day. It's the exact same formula every time, and it fucking works on me every time because I'm a sucker. And just the artistry of Dragon Ball is really fucking appealing to me.
I do. Dragon Ball is just so beautiful to look at that it's hard for me to like totally be as hard on it.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of people feel that way about JoJo, but I feel like OG Dragon Ball is like just the color palette is truly magnificent.
Oh yeah, especially on VHS. Like, y'all can't watch the newer like HD versions of Dragon Ball Z. They fucking those reels have rotted over time. They look like ass. You gotta watch the old.
Real quick, shout out Nakama Forever with the $3 and this cool like
Yes.
double thumbing lemon. They said gotta crash for the night. Gonna check out this 500 plus videos up behind on later. Absolutely. Hey, that's like a month of fun.
Should see the other super chat.
Yes, Lapusha with Australian $2. Question: have any of you seen I Saw the TV Glow? I haven't, but I think Rona has.
I have.
Good.
I watched it with my partner, who is not trans, and he was very confused when the movie ended. He's like, I didn't really get what was going on, and I was just sitting there like quietly crying. So like, I liked that movie very much. I felt like I instantly understood it, and it wasn't that difficult to know what it like meant. Like they spend a lot of scenes are just them looking at the camera,
really,
telling you what the movie's
about. I didn't know that it was even like not extremely explicit because every trans person I know has recommended me this movie as an explicit trans allegory. So I was like, okay, it's a trans movie. Like I didn't know it was even up for any kind of debate.
It's not. People are just stupid. Just with any trans media, there's always stupid people who are like, well, it's not that. And it's like the person who made it will come out and say, actually, it is that. And they'll still deny it because people are just that stupid. Like with Guilty Gear. But no, yeah, I've seen, I did see the TV Glow. I experienced it. Great movie. Whole thing was fucking beautiful. I knew from like the very.
Let me show you self-induced hallucination, and we're all going to the World's Fair. Those are the previous films from the same director, which I would be interested in.
Hell yeah!
All of them.
Absolutely.
I really need to get more into like. I've felt like a kind of guilt over not becoming like the expert in trans media, and I know it's not like my personal responsibility to be like the. You know, just because I'm trans, I now have to be all about everything trans. But I kind of want to be though. Like, I kind of feel like that would be a cool thing to do. It's just a matter of like, trans media does have a tendency to be usually dark and depressing. There's not like a ton of like trans joy stories, which bothers me and is something I'm trying to change with you know, me and Krona like just like playing Pokemon and being friends, and like that's our narrative. This is our I Saw the TV Glow. The TV is the Pokemon. It's glowing brightly with Pokemon, and we're all happy about it.
Yeah, I'm having a good fucking time. For anyone watching who isn't familiar with the Giga lore, I just was like a fan of Trixie for a billion years, like since 2014. And then I got to know her like as of this year. And then we realized we had a lot in common, became really good friends. And now I'm doing YouTube and she's kind of mentoring me through it.
Hell yeah.
If that's not the coolest shit that's ever happened to me, I don't know what is.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I feel myself getting more and more powerful. I'm watching you play Pokemon now, and it's like actively giving me life. I did just make a YouTube video about Pokemon.
I wonder if it has anything to do with why I'm playing Pokemon right now. It's almost like all of my friends won't stop talking about Pokemon all the time.
It's hard to stop once you start. You know, it's like crack.
So far, I'm having a good time because I have never played this gen, and I can tell that, like, I could somehow tell that Platinum is probably the one. Like, even if I did play Diamond or Pearl, I would be glad that I started with Platinum, just
Yeah.
because, like you said, it seems to be mostly like the newer Pokemon and like. I don't know how untrue that is to the other one. I guess Z-Cypher could tell us because he is the expert.
I actually don't. Yeah, I don't know how different Diamond and Pearl is, but so far my experience with Platinum is that the game is like it's built very differently from Ruby and Sapphire, which I just played. Ruby and Sapphire, like I was struggling the whole time to build a team that was halfway decent. Like I would try out different Pokemon, just be like, I don't really like this one, or this one's not really that strong. His moves kind of suck, and I would level them up, and then they still wouldn't get very good moves, and it just took a lot of effort to get a team that was halfway decent in Ruby, whereas in Platinum, it's like right off the bat, I'm just finding guys that are really good uh, and that are also adorable, and I want to look at and have in my team. Like, you find Shinx on Route 202. That's like right near the start of the game.
Yeah.
First Pokemon I caught was Shinx, and he's great. I'm still using him. I'm
Nice.
almost halfway through.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to learn a goddamn electric move. Not that it's going to probably matter in this first gym, but...
It's not going to take long.
Good.
There's also,
What am I just catch in the cave?
The experience of playing these games...
I see, already I'm like, what am I expecting naturally Zubat? Doesn't matter what fucking Pokemon game it is, they always throw a fucking Zubat in the cave just to piss you off, but no. Psyduck, pleasantly surprised. Love Psyduck. He's just like me for real.
See Cypher talking about how he's the expert on Diamond and that Platinum shuffles things around. You'll fight Fantina earlier, they reworked half the gym puzzles.
Oh. Nice.
Says Gen 4 introduced the good early mons. Both Luxray and Staraptor have like 120 attack and they're busted.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Talked in the stream
See you
earlier
later,
today about why I deliberately
space.
avoided using Staraptor.
I gotta get to Mayday sent me like sent me a secret preview of her next video, so I'm gonna check that out later on.
Bye Mayday from space. Meow.
More battles. Send me to battle. I didn't mean to kill that Psyduck, by the way. I think I critted it and it just died.
Damn. Cowtool said, look into Super Mario Mon. It's like Pokemon, but better because it's Mario. What do you catch? Koopas?
I think you do catch literally everything in Mario. I know
That's
I've
adorable.
seen like footage of that.
Like, I was talking to our friends Nisa and Z-Cypher earlier today in the voice chat. I was talking about like playing Mario RPGs. And just how much I fucking love Mario RPGs for taking all these like voiceless, like contextless creatures and giving them like a world and societies to live in and making them have like character, like instead of it just being like, oh, every Koopa is a copy paste of every other Koopa. It's like, nah, dude, like it's me. I'm a like
you got
like a name and an attitude.
How many Mario RPGs have you played?
Played the original Mario RPG because I have a Super Nintendo. I'm that cool. I played Thousand Year Door on my Switch last year. I also played Superstar Saga and Bowser's Inside Story. Bowser's Inside Story might be my favorite. I'm not sure. It's up there.
How many have you not played then? Just like a few?
Like a bunch. There's a lot of Mario RPGs.
Because that would be a really good tier list, but I don't know if you've played enough of them for it to be complete.
I really want to play the first Paper Mario and Super Paper Mario, and I want to play like the other Mario and Luigi games, like Partners in Time. I have that one now. Dream Team. I bought that not too long ago. Haven't started them yet. I still gotta finish Superstar Saga. I'll finish that one and I'll play all the other ones.
Yeah,
actually, not all the other ones because some of them look boring. I don't give a fuck about Paper Jam, for instance. That does not look interesting.
I never finished Superstar Saga and resultantly did not continue the series because I have a tendency to like feel guilty about not having beat the one I had, and therefore same with like Persona, because I never beat Persona 3. I never played 4 or 5. And
well, like I was gonna say earlier we were talking about JoJo's, but it doesn't even apply to just JoJo, just with everything. I have the autism where I want to play things in order, because I find that playing things in order usually leads to a more satisfying experience. You know, if you start like Like with Dragon Quest,
I
for
agree.
example, I know that's an old fucking RPG series. If I start with the first one, the first one's just like cute and simple, I'll appreciate it more. If I, instead of like starting with like one of the newer ones, like if I started with Dragon Quest 7 or something and it has all the more complex elements they added in, then like that would just make the old games look like shittier Dragon Quest 7. And I didn't want that. I want to start from zero so I can see how they progressed and see where they made mistakes, where they course corrected, when they introduced new ideas, how they evolved those ideas. You get like a sense of what like the meta narrative was behind the franchise, and I love that. I
To
love
me,
feeling that.
it's always a shame to me how hard like a time a lot of people have dropping anything, because it's a lot easier to do a series in order if you are willing to skip the ones you don't like.
Yeah,
Like I
that's true.
don't think, like, as a Zelda fan, like I don't know if I could have cold started with Zelda 1 as my first Zelda and then like fallen in love with the series as a kid, but that was never going to happen, right? Like I was naturally going to encounter Ocarina of Time because it was the zeitgeist of my childhood. But that normalized me to Zelda in a way that I thought I should play the rest of the series. I went back to the first one and I loved it because it is just a great game. And then I tried to play Zelda 2 and I hate it because it's a clusterfuck. And so I
Yeah,
did not beat Zelda 2. I watched Dan Avidan do it because he's somehow the one video game he's a master at is Zelda 2.
that's not true. That's not true. Dan was good at the Goonies too.
Oh yeah, there's
Uh,
like a couple of them. There was a few, like a small handful of games that he just had like
yeah,
retained muscle memory for.
yeah. Nisa says Zelda 2 is a pack of ass. Have to agree.
It is
Also,
absolutely ass. It's fucking
bye bye
sucks.
Marcy, meow meow.
Later, Marcy.
Also, he once said, "This is a reminder to upload tier list Thursday."
Oh yes,
With
I
a
do need to
smiley
do
face.
that. I also recorded 2 new members only vlogs this morning that I need to
Oh,
edit.
nice.
And now I have to try to remember what the fuck they were about. The first one was like particularly like high concept like psychological type shit, and it was about the idea that like when you create something like based on your imagination, like your imagination is not a thing that exists. So it's like you're creating a replica of something that never was. Um,
Yeah.
and therefore it inevitably is not going to resemble the thing that wasn't. Like you can't actually make like an effective replica of something that did not exist.
Yeah.
So I unpacked that for like 10 minutes, and then the other one is my like a dumbass's attempt at music theory. Like basically I don't know anything about music theory, but I think I've cracked the code, and I think I could explain it in such like basic terms that anybody could learn it, because it's just the terms that I don't know, it probably won't work for that many people, but there are some people who will be like, oh wow, music writing is so much easier than I thought.
I see.
The basic
can-
gist of it is just like notes can only either go up or down, like or like stay the same relative to one another. So like in sequence, you can only either go
Yeah.
up a distance or down a distance. The further up you go, the more you'll feel gain. The further down you go, the more you'll feel loss. And it's just about like managing the gain loss, ratio all throughout a song based on how you mix the notes
Mhm.
to create storytelling. I explain that in more depth, obviously, as well. But both of those are members-only videos that will come out soon,
Yeah.
along with Tier List Thursday. It's already like almost Wednesday, I think.
Today's Monday, I believe.
Is it still Monday? Holy shit!
I think so.
Yeah, you're right. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, it's Monday.
This is the 4th live stream I've done today.
Can-
Technically.
Also, I wanted to tell Z Cypher that Trixie did in fact get the Quick Claw earlier today. She
Oh
talked
yes.
to basically
Who should I
every
put that
NPC.
on? C-Cypher, who should I attach Quick Claw to? Who's gonna need that the most?
I haven't even
maybe
paid attention to who's in your team.
I've got, let's see, I'm going to swap out because Bidoof is doing nothing right now. I've got Bidoof, Turtwig, Shinx, the Seed guy.
Bidoo,
Yeah, Bidoo, fucking
Wurmple.
Wurmple, and The
You really
bird.
think that Starly's good enough?
Yeah, Starly. You really think that Starly is good enough? You sent me that clip and I was like, it's way less exaggerated than how I remember it. But that's probably because Victor would just do it in the most like ridiculous way he could.
Well, I know how that goes, but
Really
like, it's
think
still
that Starly is good enough?
it's really funny because he sounds like such an asshole, and it comes out of nowhere. Like they're talking about something completely different. He's just like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you haven't seen a girl with a Pikachu, have you? You really think that Starly's good enough?" And it's like, what?
He just like
he's just kinda
sees the
dumbfounded.
Starly sitting on Ash's shoulder and gets offended that he's like
Yeah.
using a shitty version of a
Like,
Pokemon.
he's so aggressive. You can tell he wasn't really listening to what Ash was asking him. He just like is waiting for his turn to talk so he can talk shit about the Starly. You seen a girl with a Pikachu? No. You really think that Starly's good enough?
Why is this Bidoof such a fucking tank? Everything I've thrown at it has just been like doing nothing. I don't know if he used like an X defense on this guy at the start and I wasn't paying attention, but it's been a nightmare.
I think Bidoof has defense curl, I'm not sure.
Maybe he did that too.
See, Cypher said that when Shinx evolves into Luxray, he only has 70 base speed, so you could put the Quick Claw on him. Okay. I'm gonna do that in my game as well, now that you said that. So I don't think I did.
Get fucking dead, oh my god. Fuck this Bidoof.
Another thing I gotta say about this game, I'm really glad that Gen 4 fixed double battles. I found double battles so fucking tedious in Gen 3, and Gen 4 made them feel fun and normal.
Hey, Brody's level 10. Let's go.
Got those chubby little cheeks.
That little fucking picnicker had the craziest goddamn Bidoof.
I've been trapped in this cave for years. Bidoof is all I have.
Oh my god, another trainer on the way into town? Oh, never mind.
My bisexual
Just a guy.
Doofus. You don't have a single gym badge?
Walk into town and somebody's just like, oh, scrub! You should go to the gym.
You should talk to that gay dude in front of the gym.
Let me fucking heal my Pokemon first. God damn, they're all trying to rush me into shit. I'm like, I gotta knock out.
It was a little fruity, yeah.
Fucking Pokemon. Let's go.
Yeah, I always wonder when I play these games as an adult. I'm like, why is it that as a kid I didn't read any of the dialogue, and then I play a new game and I'm like, oh yeah, because for the first 3 towns it's all tutorials. They don't talk about anything else. Like, oh, what's this sign say? Trainer tips. Nope.
Up ahead, there's a huge mountain that towers above everything. It divides Sinnoh into 2 distinct halves. Well, that's useful information.
See, Cypher says Psyduck was my first autism creature from the anime. I feel like I remember Psyduck being like the second Pokemon I ever learned the name of. Like it was either him or Jigglypuff. I was like 5 years old. I learned Pikachu and then either Psyduck or Jigglypuff. I'm not sure which. Just be looking at the video games or whatever show my brother was watching.
Prona, I don't think you've seen this, and we are gonna have to watch this. Pokemon Concierge. It's only 4 episodes. Netflix show made with like felt toys, stop motion animation. It's legitimately a 10 out of 10. Like it made me cry multiple times, and there's multiple episodes that are almost explicitly about respectively an autistic Psyduck and an autistic Pikachu. Like it's like almost objectively a show about like trying to raise an autistic child, except with the metaphor is it's a Pokemon. And but like the plot is that like a middle-aged office lady just like goes to a Pokemon resort, like a spa, you know. So the main character is just like a lady, and it's like clearly not for kids, you know. It's kid friendly. It's not a show for kids. It is a show for middle-aged women with children, like, and it's unbelievably well done.
Did you know that my Totodile is autistic?
Totodile.
I love
the
Totodile.
Gym leader's this tough. I wonder how he compares to my dad. Huh? I just drifted there. Anyway, the gym leader's gone off to the coal mine. If you want to take on the gym leader, you'd better go off to the mine. Oh, god damn it. He's not even here?
Why do you make him sound like such a dweeb?
He
the
is a dweeb.
coolest-
Look at him.
he's
Look
the
at his hair.
coolest guy. He's my listen. Okay, listen. Barry and I, we go way back. Okay, when I was in like 6th grade, you know, that was when I first met him. You know, I've known him for most of my life. He's a good guy. All right, I know he's impatient and speedy. And a little bit of a crackhead, and he's very effeminate. But you know, that's part of his charm. You know, I just
I found
So-
a dire hit.
fucking rude to Barry.
This pile of dirty sand is called a slag heap. It's the waste from sorting coal. I got a yellow shard. I have no idea what that does.
Bobo Henny says, "Whoa, was watching your videos. Now I caught alive. Hi."
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Wait, my videos or your videos? You should also watch Gigadonk's videos. They're really good.
I make videos sometimes.
You should plug your latest couple videos. What was well, your last one was a Pokemon video.
Yeah, it's like a 5-minute Pokemon analysis video. I don't usually do anime analysis, but people seem to like that video,
It is
so I
good.
do recommend checking that out. I also did a video telling the story of how I went to my first live show, and it's a really personal and emotional story, and I think that video is my favorite thing I've made so far.
Yeah, that
Didn't get
video's
a whole lot
fucking
of
great.
views because it's really fucking hard to get people interested in like a video about something they don't already know.
Yeah.
But I think that video is good, and I would like for more people to watch it.
That's a legacy video. That's the kind of one you make because like the people who watch it won't forget it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it'll always have the opportunity to get more views in perpetuity of Pigeon Pit being a band people care about, you know?
Yeah.
Which hopefully is in fact perpetuity. What is the yellow shard? Does this make electricity better? I don't know what it does.
No clue.
You
Just a
cover
mustard
music?
packet.
I also, yeah, we both, I guess, I mean, your Pigeon Pit video, I guess, is the only time you've covered music. I cover music all the time, but mostly hip-hop.
Yeah. I also did a cover of a Butt Chugger by Endless Jest, but
Oh,
that
yeah.
video is privated because I'm scared. I'm scared of the public seeing that one.
Gonna make you his butt chug brother.
It's very funny among our friend
sir.
group.
Feeling hale and hearty puts a smile on my face, and that makes
It's
me
not even
happy.
It's not even like a fear of being like known for being like a fan of Endless Jess. It's just like it's more that I would be embarrassed if Jesse himself saw it and didn't like it.
Oh, that makes sense.
It'd be like, ah, shit.
I can't imagine that he'd be upset though. The Butt Chugger is a classic. And a
It's
song
really
about
funny.
togetherness and bringing the world into to unison.
It is a beautiful story. It inspired me to write my own like comedy
See, this-
song.
Wait, real quick. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Duncan264. I got the Pigeon Pit albums off of Bandcamp because of your video. So even if you
Oh my
didn't make
God.
any money off of this video, you made Pigeon Pit. You can literally say you made Pigeon Pit album sales off of that video. Confirmed.
That's so fucking cool. I love that. That makes me really happy.
Zubat! I knew it! Son of a fucking bitch. Doobadoo, we gotta get this thing. Let's go. Absorb its vampire powers. Oh no, it did nothing. I forgot that you can't use absorb on a Pokemon that uses absorb. Just doesn't work that way.
Cypher's like, wait, I love Crobat.
Crobat's fine. Zubat is just... It's just that every game,
Yeah.
every fucking game, they're like, yeah, you're gonna have to do the Zubats. Like,
Yeah.
And I've always thought it was just to torture me. Like it never felt like it was for anything other than to like specifically annoy you. That you have to always run into Zubats.
Bobo Henny said, nice, I'll check it. I found Trixie from hip hop videos and got shocked going through the channel timeline. Lol.
Oh yeah,
It's a long history.
I've been everywhere. I've been every type of a YouTuber at this point, I feel like. If there's a category I haven't done yet, I'll find a way. I don't think I've made any true crime videos, but my existence is a true crime, but
You know, while I'm still like pretty new and fresh in the game, I should also try to do as many different things as possible just for funsies.
It's not a bad idea. It's a good way to learn new tricks.
I've learned a lot from you, but my style is also not entirely this like similar to yours. I take influence from a bunch of different people.
I copy, like, more than anything, speaking cadences.
Yeah.
Because learning other people's, like, just learning specific ways to say certain things helps me to figure out how to say them.
Yeah.
And I would say, I mentioned earlier the journalist Torre, and there's just something about the way that guy talks that's super infectious, and I've definitely picked up some of his, like, sentence structures and inflections. That's, like, the latest example of somebody who I've, like, noticed, like, oh, I'm starting to sound a little bit like Torre, you know, because
Yeah.
I just think the way he talks is really cool, and it's like, oh, I want to sound that way. Like, not exactly like him, because he is almost, like, deliberately, he's like a big dork, and I think he's doing it on purpose because it's really disarming. Like, he's good at getting people to think he's really harmless when actually he's like the most incisive imaginable journalist, you know, like not at all harmless to have a bad opinion of you, you know. Bobo Henny says Torre has got insane presence, feel it's almost cartoonish. Yeah, for sure. He it's very much like an image. Like, it's, you don't accidentally wake up looking exactly that way every day. You know, he looks exactly the same all the time. It's like one of those, like, no matter what picture you see, you're gonna see the same Torre. That takes effort, you know. Good personal branding. That's the kind of thing I struggle with. I used to have the sunglasses, and the sunglasses did all the heavy lifting for me. Nobody else was wearing round sunglasses indoors, so that was a strong visual gimmick. But anyway, Zubat checks its surroundings and location using reflections of the ultrasonic waves from its mouth. We know!
But did you know that its ears are like eyes?
Let's see. I'm going to name it Zumbo Gumbo.
They make the ears look like eyes, you get it? Because it sees with its ear holes. You get it?
Zumbo Gumbo. Hell yeah. Who is this someone with their PC? Alright, I need to move.
It's a secret.
I need to move the fucking Wurmple to the front of the party because I need to level this thing to its final evolution and get the fuck rid of it.
I'd be pretty bummed if some, like, some child I don't know is getting their grubby little mitts all over my PC. You know, I don't want to talking about.
Geodude!
This thing's expensive.
Geodude! Okay, well, Wurmple's gonna be fucking worthless against this, but send out Doobie-Doo. I'm gonna catch a Geodude, I think. Unless I one
This is the way of playing Pokemon that, like, I just have no patience for. I can't. It's hard enough in these fucking games for me to, like, build a team that I like. I don't want to go through the process of, like, wasting all those trainer battles on Pokemon I'm not even gonna use.
Oh, I killed him in one hit.
Noise. This is the right way to play, I think. If you're, like, new to this generation, though, I don't think you're doing it wrong. It's just, like, this would drive me insane if I was trying to do it this way.
I think what's interesting to me hearing you say that is that my mentality is like, the games are boring. Like, they're inherently, no matter what, it's boring. So like this like Shade was describing to me that he is doing like a World of Warcraft challenge run that involves like getting all of the achievements or something. It would take like years to do. And I was like, are you like playing that with your partner? And he's like, no. It'll mostly be boring. And I was like, why are you why then?
I don't know. For me, Pokemon is like other turn-based RPGs I've played, it's just a bit slower, which does make it more boring. But like with, I've told you, like with Dragon Quest, for me it heavily depends on the presentation. Like if the game has a strong enough like soundtrack and like graphics, like the artistry of it is, that's enough to keep me compelled and keep me feeling good about it. The music in Platinum is godlike. I fucking love the atmosphere of this game. Makes Sinnoh feel like a very, real place that I've been to.
I
But like,
definitely have been feeling like this somehow to me feels more like a direct sequel to like Gold and Silver than Ruby and Sapphire did. Because
yeah.
Ruby and Sapphire was such an aesthetic shift, and this just feels like the next Pokemon game would have felt to me.
Yeah.
Which
Like
is
I
an
almost
interesting
skipped over
feeling.
Ruby Sapphire. I almost skipped straight to this one, but then I realized that if I did go back and play Ruby Sapphire, I could transfer the Pokemon into Gen 4 with my DS Lite. That is an option. If you have Heart Gold, Soul Silver, you can stick the Game Boy game down here and transfer them into the game up here. That is a
That's
thing
very
you can do.
convenient.
So, and then I looked it up and I realized there is a way to transfer Pokemon from each generation to the next, and that I can actually take my guys from like Fire Red and Ruby. I can take those guys through every game after that, all the way to Gen 9. That is doable, which is crazy. So of course I'm gonna fucking do it. Already working on getting them all transferred from Heart Gold into Platinum. I'm gonna have fucking my Charizard and my Feraligatr and my Blaziken and my Swampert and my fucking everybody's coming with me. They're all coming with me. I'm going all around the world. I'm becoming a Pokemon master. I was gonna say something else earlier. I was gonna make a different point about RPGs. They all are boring in the beginning. Turn-based RPGs specifically, they're boring as fuck in the beginning.
Yeah.
And when you start to get higher level and they start to ramp up in complexity, like you get all the different like magic spells or whatever the fuck, you get all the interesting abilities. That's to me when RPGs get good. Usually when you're around like fucking like a third of the way into the game.
Mm-hmm.
That is why I have my hot takes about Dragon Quest. I love the shit out of Dragon Quest 4, but mostly the back half of Dragon Quest 4, because that is a game. It's called Chapters of the Chosen. You know why it's called that? Because the game is broken up into chapters, and in each chapter you take control of a different protagonist. So you're a different person starting from level 1 each time, until finally in the back half of the game they all meet each other and become one big party. Basically, what like the prototype of Octopath Traveler. It's better than Octopath Traveler. It's much better than that. But a lot of people would say like, this is the best Dragon Quest because the best part of any RPG is like the beginning, and I'm like, no. Why do you think that? That's stinky. I'm killing all of you.
Yeah, I guess I can see where there's definitely... I would say that's true of Persona 2, Eternal Punishment, and a lot of... I feel like a lot of Atlas games, like they start off building a really strong world full of really interesting characters, and then when like it's time for the story to get moving, it just becomes like, all right, gotta save the world, beat the bad guy, and like it just quickly devolves into cliches in a way that you don't expect from like how aesthetically different and like unique it feels up until that point,
Yeah.
But I have only really played to the end of 2.
Yeah. I mean, like, to its credit, what I was saying about Dragon Quest IV, what does keep it interesting and engaging the whole time is that the storytelling is good, and each character you take control of is like a different class, so there is some variety to it. A lot of people like the merchant character because he has a shop, so you can absolutely fuck the game's economy and become mega rich in the start of the game.
Nice.
Which is great. But yeah, no, I like cutting to the chase in games like this. I'm like, when do I, like, my Pokemon are all babies, they're cute, whatever. When do I get to the part where the battles are a little more complicated? Usually in Pokemon it takes a bit longer for them to get that interesting. Usually, especially in like, I mean, the early gen games are just not balanced properly. So if you're playing like Gen 1 or 2, you're just kind of like breezing through it until you're not, and then you're wrestling with the game to make it function properly. But yeah, I don't know. Once they get to Fire Red, Leaf Green, I feel like that was when Pokemon really got good.
Oh my
For the
god,
first
Wind
time.
Attack, thank god.
Yes.
That's like probably the strongest fucking move in the whole team at this point.
See, Cypher says, literally me with Final Fantasy. As a child, I rushed
Ah.
through the main game with minimal grinding and could not kill Sephiroth without going to get all the best weapons.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and that a lot of RPGs, JRPGs, are like designed in such a way that you're supposed to be able to play through to the final boss pretty casually, but if you want to actually see the ending, you have to do everything.
Yep.
Final Fantasy is usually not quite as difficult about that, but definitely with 10, it took. I think I spent like 10 hours on just grinding, like fighting the final boss, failing like almost at the end, grinding a little bit more, and then going back and doing it again. Because the fight itself is like almost half an hour fucking long. So if you fail deep into it, it's like, oh my soul.
Ran into that problem with Chrono Trigger, which I love, by the way. I fucking love Chrono Trigger, but like I didn't need to do any grinding at all until the final boss, and it hurt my feelings.
This Wurmple second form, by the way, is significantly cooler and cuter than Wurmple. I actually kind of like this guy. He looks cool.
Wow.
Don't know what the fuck he's called though. Cascoon? Is that Cascoon?
I forget. Z is asking, did you get Silcoon or Cascoon? I can never remember. They look the same.
I'll have to check the Wikipedia or the Pokédex entry. I almost said Wikipedia entry.
He says, is it purple or white?
It's purplish.
Okay. I don't know which one that is.
Does that depend on if it evolves during the day or the night, or does it depend on if I catch it, or male or female? Because if it's a day and night thing, I'll have to evolve another one during the day later.
God, you're never catching up to me.
It's
you said
random?
it's random?
Oh no.
That's
So
horrible.
I just have to keep catching Wurmples and evolving them. I will probably run into the other one at some point, just in the wild, right? Like, hopefully.
Ain't no fucking way you're finishing this game. Holy shit.
How many Pokemon are in this game, though? Because it might not be that bad.
Well, once you finish the game, they give you the National Dex. Or if you complete the Sinnoh Dex, you get a National Dex, which is like every Pokemon that exists up to this point.
Yeah,
but,
I don't know if I'm worried about that. I like to be able to catch all the Pokemon that are actually in the game. When it comes to like transferring from other games, I'm like, all right, I don't need to. That's now me beating multiple Pokemon games.
Well, that's what I'm doing, but I'm not trying to complete them. That's fucking crazy.
Bird's younger brother has every Pokemon in the latest game. Like, all of them moved up through all the games. Just every single one.
Yeah. I'm trying to find...
A bunch of shinies.
Okay, there's 210. The Pokemon database says 210 in the regional dex. But you know what's stinky?
Not so bad.
Is that Platinum does have version exclusives. Which is dumb. Like, what's the point of making a definitive edition if you're not going to have all the
That's been true for all of them, which is so stupid. Like,
any fucking
Yellow still had like stuff that wasn't in it.
Shouldn't make me buy the game again and still not have all the content. That's really what holds back Crystal. Crystal was like my favorite Pokemon game for a long time, and I realized that you can't get Mareep in it. And I was like, ew, yay, and I play Heart Gold instead, which is just a better game. It's the remake. It's fucking great.
Wow, the first time a Geodude didn't die in one hit from that.
It's just like,
it's not what I could catch.
I know I'm probably going to love the Gen 5 games when I get to those, but like, it's hard to imagine anything topping Heart Gold Soul Silver for me, because it's everything that's aesthetically beautiful about this game, plus everything I love about Johto, which, like, I fucking adore Johto. It's hard to top it.
Just for like the aesthetics, or what? That Japan, old school Japanese pagodas and stuff.
I mean, yeah, like there's just a lot to it, you know. I mean, everything about the way Gen 2 was, like, I love Gen 2 Pokemon. I love those fucking Pokemon themselves. I love the region of Johto. I love how, like, condensed it is. Like, it's really small and everything's really close together, but like what that leads to is, instead of like Fire Red Leaf Green, I felt like I was mostly I would come to a town, talk to everyone in the town, and then there'd be a series of long hallways that are just battles, which is like fine, you know. It's not that that's a bad thing. It's just I preferred Heart Gold Soul Silver's approach, having all the shit be close together, and you're constantly running into towns that have like a problem for you to solve or a really interesting like, you know, location or set piece for you to explore. Just some weird shit going on. And
Thanks for coming out, Loto or Lotto, however your name's saved. Real quick to
yes, have a good evening.
Plus Lugia's goat says Cosmic Turtle.
Yeah, I didn't play Soul Silver though. I have Heart Gold, so I never got a Lugia. I just have I have my Ho-Oh, which I don't use. I didn't even have to catch Ho-Oh with a Master Ball. I just bought that fucking, caught that dude in like 10 tries with Ultra Balls, I think.
Very clean.
Pretty sweet. I also like Gen 2's approach to legendaries. Like, I don't know. The roaming legendaries in that game were pretty fucking cool, I thought.
Oh, the Entei, Reiku, and
Yes, Suicune. Suicune is cool as shit. I love Suicune.
Always drove me nuts as a kid because I felt like it was going to be impossible for me to catch them.
Yeah. I think Heart Gold, Soul Silver, they had like a way for you to see where they were on the map. Which it was tricky because they would usually move around if you tried to fly straight to them.
Yeah.
But if you ran across the map quickly enough, you could find them. Which I'm not even really about that. Like, I didn't go out of my way to hunt for them. It was more like I'd just be running around the map doing stuff post game, and then, oh look, fucking Raiku's here. Cool.
I really want to catch a Geodude, but all my Pokemon are either like way too good against it or total dog shit against it.
See, Cypher has a 300-hour save file. What the fuck? Oh my god.
I don't want to use Absorb and kill it in one hit, but come on, Brody. Be easy on this Geodude.
You know what just occurred to me is that Loto is the name of the hero in Dragon Quest. You remember?
Oh.
In the Americanized version, he's called Erdrick, but in the fan translation we played, they used the Japanese name, which was Loto.
Loto.
Oh, it's funny that we had a Loto in the chat while I was talking about Dragon Quest. Just having my little tism moment, don't mind me.
Doragon.
The Erdrick trilogy.
I'm surprised you haven't been called to go pick up your partner yet.
He said he'd be done with work around this time. I'm kind of shocked too. Guess he's working a little bit late.
Whenever that happens, do you think we should just end the stream then, or do you think you're going to want to continue after that?
That's a good question. I don't know. Because depending on whether or not...
We should probably just end it there. We've been streaming all goddamn day.
I guess. I feel like I have more energy now than I did earlier.
True.
Feeling much better about this stream.
Definitely helps that you can actually see what I'm doing now.
Yeah. I haven't even been talking about the game that much, though. I've just been, like, hanging out. Just yapping. Lapusha wants to know when the next request stream is.
I don't know.
I haven't done a request stream in a while. I mean, I'd be happy to do more of those, like, especially if Lapusha is paying us, because I find the things Lapusha pays us to watch pretty interesting and or funny most of the time. Some people will pay us to watch garbage, which can be annoying.
Particularly when it's their own garbage. That's the worst.
Oh yeah, because then they're like judging you for reacting wrong, and I'm like, shut up, dude.
Or like they really want my reaction to their take, but I'm like so fixated on the video itself being badly done that they're like, I don't care about that part.
Yeah. Elaine said, "Oh God, like that Ava video." Was there an Ava video?
That was last year, the Necromancer one. I would recommend watching that clip. You can find it in the clips playlist. I think maybe even twice, but
interesting.
There was this guy called Necromancer who paid me to watch like a 40 fucking minute Ava video that just like wasn't very like, it was very mid, and I was kind of just casually watching it and not really having much to say because I didn't want to like shit on it, because I didn't even think it was the person who requested its video. I thought it was like a friend of theirs or someone they knew. But like eventually like the chat really turned on it. Like they were really just hating on it. And then Bird was like had come into the room because he was just bored and he was hating on it. And then the requester got like really indignant and defensive about it, and we gradually realized it was them, and it was just it was fucking hilarious. Bird went like all the way the fuck off on this person. So yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. What the fuck was I just gonna say? God damn it. I got stun locked for a second there. Oh yeah, no, I was thinking of like when when Landon paid us to react to his like 40-minute video where he was like recommending different anime I like, and he was just like in
Landon
a
has
basement.
paid me
all
to
echoey.
react to the same couple of his videos more than once.
Well, that makes me feel like even better about the fact that I talked over them.
And they, well, you can't
I was, like,
understand what he's
looking
fucking saying
around.
because audio's
Cool.
bad and he's like mumbling, so it's some of them are funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're not. They're hard to parse.
One of my favorite moments we've had on stream was when he paid you to like read one of his old like anime blogs, and I pulled out my phone and put a timer on, and I was just staring at the screen like this, just waiting for it to be over. Or when he sent, I think that same night he sent us like a Star Wars meme, and we were both just staring at your phone, watching it, thinking it wasn't funny, and I just turned and stared at the camera like.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Maiden
very
in
quick
Love and
moment.
the Cricketot. The magic
Good
of
shit.
romance never ends. Oh god, what was the other one? Oh yeah, Punished Person.
That was the more recent one, yeah.
That's the most recent, just awful video.
It was like I was like, giving it a chance.
Whoa,
Like I was
this
trying to give it a
feels
fair shot, but then towards the end of the video, he just threw out some really like thoughtless, careless like criticisms that I thought didn't make sense, and I was like kind of annoyed. He's just very flippantly like, I shouldn't have to suffer through 20 minutes of serial experiments lane to get to 2 minutes of good content, and I'm like I don't know, just shitting on Lane for not being dense enough with content is such a
Smooth
after
brained fucking take on Lane for sure.
he'd already done a lot of mischaracterizing things in Free Ren that made it obvious he didn't understand what the show was trying to do. So to then just out of pocket at the very end of a 40-minute video, just completely dismiss Lane. And I'd like shout on, that was when I was like, okay, I'm shitting on this guy now. Like, that is stupid. That's a bad take. And then he was in the chat being like, wait, I didn't mean it that way. And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever.
It's something I see a lot with like kind of shitty video essayists where they think that certain takes are just obvious, or that like everyone would have this, or everyone would know why you would have that take. And so they'll just say stuff like that because they're like, yeah, we all know Lane's boring, right? And it's like, I don't, some people feel that way, but
In my friend circles, Lane is pretty ubiquitously loved, so...
Yeah, let's all love Lane, as they say.
Like, damn.
Lane is in our YouTube chat. She's so
true.
beloved by the community.
You're right there in
We
the
are
chat.
always graced by the presence of the holy
Not to mention, I feel strongly about Serial Experiments Lane as it being like one of the biggest influences on like I don't know, just the way I look at things and the way I think about making my art. Like the short film you came over to my house to help me work on, a lot of the tone of that short is inspired by Lane. Like I want it to have a Lane-like atmosphere and pace. Because
I'm really glad to hear that, because the way
that.
I filmed it definitely was like that. what little of it we did manage to film.
But you had to be there, because anyone else who I got involved with that would not have read the script the same way you did. They would never got it right off the bat.
Lapusha, wait, who said Lane sucked? It was some guy called Punished Person, and he was an idiot. Tanya's
want
here.
to-
Hi.
I want to clarify. I'm not just shitting on Punished Person for his anime opinions. You don't have to like every show I like. That's that's whatever. I'm an adult. I'll get over it. Had to do with like the disrespectful way he did it. But beyond that, he as a human being, I decided I really don't like after he joined our Discord
Yeah.
and acted like Z said, he was a fucking weirdo. He was a stuck-up, pretentious jerkwad who came in our Discord, which is like an artist hangout spot mostly, and he didn't hang out, he didn't talk, he just went in there to post his videos to try and stoke the flames and turn the art channel into his own personal Reddit debate club.
He really felt that we were like morally on a decline in our lives because we watch free Ren and not critically like he does. Like if you if you're not heavily critical of the themes of free Ren, you're just a bad person. It's basically his argument. Like
he said that he believes Frieren is as thematically like bad and like morally wrong as Shield Hero. He compared it to Shield Hero, which is a show about a young guy who adopts a little slave child, and then she rapidly ages into an adult and falls in love with him in like the first 2 episodes. And like that, what the fuck are you talking about? That is just wrong. It's just incorrect. And after the first video he paid us to watch and we said that video sucked, he made a second video just talking about why he hates Frieren and sent that to our chat, and it caused
didn't
this
even pay anybody to watch it, just posted it in chat. It's like he thought obviously you would care about another video of mine. Like I didn't care about the first fucking video. You paid me to watch that.
There's also the thumbnail, like he talks extensively about why he hates Fern, which is a character that you said is like, you compared Fern to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I watched the show with you and I'm like, yeah, I agree. Fern's totally me. And he made like a whole thumbnail just shitting on Fern. One of the arrows pointed at her say like dumb haircut. And it's like my haircut. And I was like, oh yeah, I took that personally. This guy fucking blows.
And I decided to
doesn't know shit about character design. Fern is adorable. What a fucking...
How old
he was
is
just
this
such
guy?
a prick,
I don't
too.
know. He was strange, though. He is apparently the foremost expert on Civ 5 tutorial videos
he introduced himself in the Discord because his main YouTube channel is where he does Civ 6 gameplay. His secondary channel, More Herson, is where he posts the anime shit. He introduced himself as an authority on Civ 6 play. He is an authority on competitive Civ 6. He is the authority. And I commented on his Frieren video to tell him that he was so unpleasant and annoying and had an awful personality and was just like just the way he talks. He's so like, no, I'm a genius. I am so intelligent. I am arguing with you. You are refuting my claims because you are an insipid fool. And like just talking like a total fedora tipping doofus.
He is
just
I am very smart guy.
He's a very pretentious, emotionally immature neckbeard. And I told him so in my comment, and then he replied calling me anti-intellectual. He was like, you're an anti-intellectual who gets really mad at like gentle and kind debate. And I was like, you are not gentle and you are not kind. You're an insufferable fucking person. And then I started to get more likes than him on my comments, so he deleted them and banned me. And I laughed really hard for 15 minutes. It was really fucking...
Rourke, the gym leader.
I've never...
Hold on, let me voice this gym leader real quick. I'm but one trainer who decided to walk proudly with rock-type Pokemon. As the gym leader, I need to see your potential as a trainer, and I'll need to see the toughness of the Pokemon that battle with you.
Epic. But yeah, anyway, fucking... Herson sucked, his video sucked, and he as a person sucked. Lapucia said this sounds like that anime snob.
Nowhere near that toxic. That guy's a different ball game.
A different level for sure.
Childish Armenzo says, time to reinsert my ass back into the stream. Was just watching Anime Abandon and Nostalgia Critic.
Holy moly.
Adventures in Game Development says, so is Gigadonk99 the person in the corner here? Yes, hi, hello. I'm Gigadonk.
Yeah, Giga's the pink hair. Oh, this way. Pink hair. Cute
Trixie
cat.
is my friend and my mentor, and I make YouTube videos, and Trixie
You should
thinks that they're
subscribe
good.
to Krona. Her videos are really good. Also, I helped make a bunch of them. Well, a couple of
Sure.
them, but I will have helped make a bunch of them eventually.
Yes.
Toxic positive. Grew to level 9.
Mm.
Wow! So far, this fucking whole gym has just been the first gym from the first game. Like, it's
Yep.
just been Onyx and Geodude.
Yep.
That
That's
sucks.
what it's about.
I kind of hate that.
Why?
Is there not a new rock Pokemon?
I don't know.
Tell me
I
the
mean-
third guy he's got is not a Gen 1 Pokemon, I hope.
I am of the opinion that Pokemon Platinum is cool and climactic enough that it could be the last Pokemon game, and it would be like a fitting finale. So in my mind, it's like, you know, it's like poetry.
It's like
they
poetry,
rhyme.
it's like they rhyme, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what you're about to say. Oh my god. Trixie, do you watch J-Reg? Yes, he's pretty dang good. J-Reg was one of the... similar feeling I had to discovering Shitty Kickflips, who I know is also influenced by J-Reg, but of being like, oh, this is like another me that just exists out there. Like, this is just someone making videos I either am, like, have made or would be making. And in many ways, the existence of J-Reg saved me from having to make J-Reg videos. Because, like, that is kind of, like, circa 2018, that was the road I was going down of, like, every video is going to be about social realizations, you know, and, like, I'm just not a social enough person to really be that. And J-Reg is, like, a much more, like, you know, clearly has a bunch of friends and social connections and, like, works with other people a lot more than I do. So it just makes more sense. He's just better at that ballgame than I am. Cranidos. So there is a third fucking guy. There is a dude. Who the fuck is Cranidos? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
He's cute.
I saw this dude in one of the Jurassic movies.
I
I
like
just
it.
watched. I was watching
Good
all the
dice.
Jurassic movies with my partner, and we got to one of the Jurassic worlds. I forget
Ooh,
which
did all the
one.
damage.
And we saw one of those dinosaurs with a dome head, and I was like, "Look, it's a Pokemon."
He's
'Cause
actually pretty
it-
fucking adorable.
It's literally just that. Like it's just a dinosaur. That is what an actual dinosaur is.
You think he'll use a potion? Let's see what happens. Oh god, please don't die from headbutt. Oh no, I was a fool. Well, this is gonna be tough now. I still have Brody though. If Brody gets knocked out, I'm fucked. Probably. It said she got hurt with stones? That's annoying. No bad headbutt. Should have known the third Pokemon would be some kind of ringer. Fuck. I'm probably gonna get killed by the headbutt. Let's swap
Childish
in.
Armenzo said, "Okay,
Yeah,
so I
fine,
don't want to
Tom.
fuck up the vibe, but would it be a bad thing I found Sam Hyde funny despite the fact he kinda is right-wing adjacent in the mix of meta irony?"
I mean, Sam Hyde has done plenty of funny things.
Just like bringing that up out of the blue, like why?
Are you asking permission
Okay, guys,
from
no,
me
guys,
to like
no.
Sam Hyde?
Don't cancel me or anything now. I just really think Ben Shapiro is kind of a genius and I respect him a
no.
lot. Is that okay?
No.
You know, I don't
Hold
want to fuck up the vibe here. I don't want to do anything wrong. I don't want to step on any toes. I just think facts don't care about your feelings. That's all.
You're allowed to think bad people are like funny or have done funny things. And Sam Hyde's not trying to be like if I were to sit here and be like Sam Hyde's actually a great person, like I would clearly not be even a fan of Sam Hyde. Like that's not something he's going for that anybody thinks. It's like if you're a fan of him, you like him because he's like a piece of shit on a level no one's ever been before. You know, like a new type, literal new type of a piece of shit. I'm fucked. I'm so fucked. Oh wait, I forgot the defense. Come on. Headbutt might be a fighting move, though. I don't know if that's gonna fuck me up. Oh god, please don't die in one hit. Oh, I'm so done. I'm cleaned.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is
So
fucked.
washed. Headbutt is a normal
Fucking
type.
stones.
My god.
I don't know if this potion's gonna be worth the shit, but we'll give it a shot. I should have healed it while I had one of the other guys out. Instead of trying to attack, I should have just healed Brody.
That's what I use my Bidoof for. My Bidoof is the meat shield.
Interesting. It could probably still kill me if it goes first. Yeah, I'm fucked.
Marcy says, I don't know what the
God
Sinnoh games
damn
are
it.
trying to say thematically. Been trying to figure it out my whole life. I don't know. I'm just experiencing it with adult eyes for the first time now. I'm learning.
I always was under the impression they're trying to say God is real and is a Pokemon.
Well, it's like something about Team Galactic being like a bunch of dumb nerds who don't have like self-awareness, all collectively trying to get the gods to do something. Like they think the way the world is wrong and that they can make it better, but I don't know why they think that yet. I just know that they seem like dorks, and like other NPCs react to them like, wow, what a bunch of weirdos. So I feel like I kind of get what it's going for. I feel like it's like they're going for the angle of like, oh, this is like a really lively like mountain town where everybody knows everybody, and they're really like, you know, there's a lot of togetherness in Sinnoh, but then there's these like dorks who are really isolated and like built their own weird subculture where they're kind of trying to uproot everything because they think they're better than everyone, even though they don't understand everyone. That's what I extrapolated just from the bits I've played. I don't know if that's a completely wrong reading, because I also don't know what Galactic's leader, I don't know what his angle is yet. I don't think I've seen him since the start of the game where he was staring at a lake being edgy. So, you know, he seems a fair bit more serious than the other Galactic guys. The other Galactic guys just seem like nerds. A bunch of weevils.
More like Deep Rock Galactic.
Say goodbye to Exodia!
Rest in peace, that voice actor.
Just looking at the chat, someone said kind of like Trump with like the U censored, and Elaine's like, I'm pretty sure you can say Trump in YouTube chat.
You know, I assumed they just don't want to invoke his name because it gives him more power. Because that is the main thing that guy's got going for him, is like the unavoidability of mentioning.
I have gone days of my life without thinking about him since I got off Twitter, and I'm really happy about that.
I know, right?
It's amazing how much the government doesn't affect me when I'm just not looking at it.
That
Like,
can be a dangerous mentality to have. You do want to keep one eye on it. You do want to keep at least a sidelong glance at the government, just to make sure that it's not like about to kill you. But you know,
I know to some extent you're saying this for the people watching, but you gotta know me. You know,
of course,
it's
almost unavoidable. Like
I have ears everywhere. I'm transgender. I can't escape.
I'm transgender.
I have all of my friends are doom scrolling. I'm the one not doom scrolling. Yeah. Everyone else, they'll come up and be like, did you just see they made it illegal to wear shoes in public? I'm like, wow. That sucks. Just like, that's weird. I think the most I've thought about Trump recently was fucking hilarious, because a few months ago, you know, my partner and I, we'd go to McDonald's, and they have these paper straws. Because I guess in some areas in Pennsylvania they decided no more plastic, so you get paper straws at some locations. And then Trump went to Pennsylvania and he tweeted about it, saying like, these paper straws gotta go, they don't work. And said that he would legally get rid of the paper straws. And I'm like, is he serious? Like, that's so fucking funny. Like, I don't believe he has the time for that. Like, surely he just tweeted that in the moment because he went to McDonald's and was like, oh, what the fuck, because he got like a moist straw or something, and it probably dissolved like when he tried to squeeze it in the lid or something stupid. And so for weeks we would joke about it. We go to McDonald's and get paper straws, and we're like, oh, man, still got these woke straws. You know, I knew the president was a liar, but then like really recently we got plastic straws again. And I was like, oh my god, did he seriously do?
He was tired of coming through Pennsylvania, I guess, and fucking. It's like, didn't I say something about this years ago?
It's the most unbelievably petty shit. These paper straws don't work. I'm like, skill issue, I guess. Goddamn. It is time for me to go, though. My partner just texted me.
Alright, I'm gonna hopefully beat this gym battle, and I'll probably end it after that,
Yeah.
so.
I'll be
Love you,
sending
baby
more.
cat. Have a good drive, have a good pickup, have a good everything.
Meow meow, everybody. Have fun. I'll talk to y'all later. Meow 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 meow
Don't
meow
forget
meow
the
meow
cat
meow
fart.
meow meow. Oh yeah, I can never forget the.
There we go.
Meow 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 meow.
Alright, well, let's see if I can clear out this goddamn boss fight. Will I die from one hit with another headbutt? Probably. But is it worth trading out? They might not heal again. Let's sacrifice Shinx. The Pooh Show with Australian $5. Will you watch Kendrick Lamar's new movie he's making with the South Park creators? Probably, depending on what it is. I am a big Kendrick Lamar fan. But all we know about it is that it's a movie Kendrick Lamar's making with the South Park creators. There's no, I mean, I don't know what to expect in terms of, like, would that be any kind of quality? Why did I like try to attack and then died just now? I didn't mean to try to attack with Shinx when I sent it out. Oops. Yeah, that was a mistake. Alright, I gotta lock in, because this is fucking tough. Okay, so I'm gonna send in the fucking seed thing and see if we can do this. Stubidoo has easily got the best odds, it's just got such weak fucking defense. Oh, it used Leer. That's, I mean, making my defense even worse is definitely would be a good move as long as I can't just kill this thing in like 2 moves. Alright, that was a good Giga Drain. Fully healed. Let's go, let's go. I think I have this. Oh my god, and it crits me with the next headbutt. I assume that was a crit. That, or I guess just a head, I guess with the defense fallen, that was just enough maybe. The fucking pointed stones thing is really pissing me off too. Oh, come on. Flinched! Motherfucker! How many headbutts can it even use? Oh, god damn it. This is ruinous. The fucking bird against the rock dinosaur. Yeah, that makes total sense. Wing attack, I guess. Nope. Why is it so fast? Damn. Okay. I didn't realize I was paying out fucking 100 yen every time I fail, too. But it was so fucking weak because it's baby. Yeah. It's going to be about Kendrick Lamar meeting his white girlfriend's parents and finding out her ancestors owned his ancestors. So isn't that already Get Out? Hot take on Gurren Lagann. That's far too late to say. Gurren Lagann isn't just about doing the impossible. I'm not sure what has inspired you to bring this up, but yes. Gurren Lagann has many themes. Should I try this again? Like, am I just using the wrong Pokemon layout? Or was that bad tactics? Or bad luck? Should I have just gone in with Doobadoo from the start? Should I grind? I feel like I should grind. Alright, you know what? I'm going to play off screen before the next time. I will not beat the gym leader off screen. I will just do everything else I can and also do some grinding and then just fucking steamroll the gym next time I play. Any more collabs than Nino on the horizon? Maybe. He did just like reach out to me like today, like we should fucking do something together, and I was like, bet. I'm sure we will. Alright, good night everybody. I'm probably gonna go straight to bed because I did not sleep that much today and I should probably catch up on some sleep. I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe with Krona, maybe not, depending on what she's up to. Probably with Krona. I keep forgetting that she's like not like doing another job right now. Like she's all on YouTube right now, so you know, I'm just gonna pull her in every single day because I don't like doing anything by myself. Okay, good night. I love you all.